Hello everyone, this is another video from Easy Electric series, and today we are going to make a direct online or DOL motor starter, which is very basic control that you are able to start your motor with just one switch. Whenever you push it will be turned, whenever you release it's actually stopped. So stay tuned.
Hello everyone, this is another video from Easy Electric series, and in this new series we are going to learn about the motor starter and how we could control the three-phase motor. So in this video we start with the simplest motor starter, which is direct online basic control. So what it means, you just have one um, push button switch, as you could see here. So whenever you just push it and hold it, the motor actually working. Whenever you release it, it's going to be actually stopping. So as you see in this simulation, I push this start push button, it's working. And whenever I release that, it's actually stopped to working. So take a look to the component that we use. We have the circuit breaker here. This is our three-phase neutral ground. So it passed through the circuit breaker. Here we have the conductor K. So then the three-phase pass through. This is the thermal relay to protect the motor from overheat or overload. And finally, it passed through this three-phase motor. As you see here, we connect T4 to T2, T3 for T5, T6 to T1, which somehow we put that on the delta arrangement. You could actually run that on the star too. That's dependent on your application. If you don't have idea about the delta star, we are going to talk about the delta star configuration in these series. So for now, you just consider three wire that you have, three terminals out of your motor and connect it to the thermal relay that we have. So take a look to the control circuit. So as you see here, so control start with one of these phase, X negative is here, comes to the push button. So the other side of the push button connect to the normally closed auxiliary contact of these thermal relay, which is normally is closed, but whenever these actually sense the overheat, it will be open. So then it's connected to the conductor's coil A1 and A2. So whenever everything is normal, this is normally closed. I push the button. Technically, it's energized the coil and coil closed. Sorry, the coil actually closed the conductor, and these three phase somehow transfer to the motor, and motor start to running that you see here. So the software I use is a CAD-E simulation, which is you could actually draw the schematic and also you could simulate in the same time, which is actually, this is nice to have it. So as you see here, you could actually find the all component that usually you use in the motor control, and you put them, and then here it has a wiring that you easily could you wire and simulate that. Also, you could actually have the two-dimensional of your control circuit design. So I could actually show you for this case. So which is the two-dimensional. So as you could see, the same circuit, just this is a two-dimensional. So as I mentioned, it's a circuit breaker, pass through the conductor, conductor connect to the thermal relay, and then thermal relay connected to the motor. So the control circuit comes one phase, go to the switch, the other part of the switch goes to the normally closed auxiliary conductor of the thermal relay, the other part of that going to the auxiliary contact of the conductor, and the other part of that connected to the neutral. Whenever you push this, technically it's give you, it provide the power to coil of the conductor, and this is closed. The power pass through the thermal relay and go to your three-phase motor. So As I mentioned, this simulation is very nice to have, especially give you idea about the design that you have, so you easily could have either of them. And as I said here, whenever you run it, you could actually see what should be the final product. As see here, whenever I close the switch, so the coil of the conductor energize here, and then this conductor close and the power pass through this. So if this is detect the overload, so see now this turn to the normally open. So then even whenever you click the switch, because this turn to the normally open, the coil not power up, this is actually open and the motor it never stop. If you reset this, it's again back to the normally close, and now again if you push this, it easily will be run the motor. So let you go and have a real schematic and run the wiring, the circuit diagram that we explained, and see how it works in action.
So here we have the direct online or DOL motor starter. It is very basic control. So we have just one switch. So whenever we push the switch, it's able to run the motor, and whenever you take your finger out, it's going to be stop. So here you have the overload stop button. So see if whenever the overload is somehow trigger, I just push with the stop button, somehow simulate that situation. So if motor is running, if this actually tripped, even if I push that, it's not going to be work. So as you can see, the motor able to control with just one button that you see. And here our motor is in the Delta configuration. Thank you.